So we're gonna do this Hollywood style in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action. Okay, the physical body. No, sir. Okay, so basically, we have our physical body. We well, all right. We have our we have our physical body. We have our energetic body, and in the middle, we have our emotional body. Now, our emotional body is pattern energy. Now, awakening the sacral chakra is a person that is awakening to his patterns, whatever those patterns are. Some people, like, it's really important. We all have patterns that are unconscious. That should scare the shit out of you, right? Because it's saying that you doing something that is psychoactively bringing a destruction or something negative in your life, and you're not even consciously aware of it. You have all the good intentions. You're hugging all of the babies. You're picking up all of the flowers. However, there is an unconscious pattern that is slowly sending you into a negative thought space, a negative emotion, a negative compressed energy. Because pure energy is where we want to get to. But most people sleep on this actual process that we have, meaning that you can bring a mind to your actual energy and begin to make an emotional decision. What do I mean by that? Let's be real. When you mad, you mad. When you in your feelings, you are in your feelings. And ain't no decision being made. No, hood, I was mad. I wanted to slash his tires. I just wanted to slash him. So I slashed him. I was mad. You can understand that, right? Kinda, but no. Because I realized that my emotions are not me. Right? My emotions are not me, but when you're in those emotions, that's a whole pattern that you've engraved in your subconscious mind that say, when some shit pop off, this is just what you gonna do. So you low key, hey girl, hey, or you just that cool person, but if something pop off, you either gonna run or you gonna be with it. Let's go. Because this is your emotional decision-making process. But the emotional decision-making process is more to do with the flow than it is to do with, fight or flight, right? And the reason that we think fight or flight is normal to deal with, natural unconscious processes is because we feel like a saber-toothed tiger is right outside our door. Like, even though society has evolved, our subconscious and unconscious processes have not evolved. They can't evolve unless you deal with them in occult fashion. Occult just means hidden. It just means within. Now, you might think occult is, a bunch of people wearing black masks and black hoods and doing a whole bunch of weird stuff. But if you look up the etymology, it just means within. And if I go within myself, there's a whole bunch of organs and hormones and blood and stuff. So I need to figure that out first before I start putting on fancy hats and shit. Because I can throw on all the fancy hats and suppress my emotions. Most people do, right? This is another reason why you get into groups with spiritual people and, well, I finally found people that's like-minded. That don't work out either. Right? Because emotions are not a fashion statement. They're not a declaration. They're not even an understanding. They're a reality. They are a reality. And emotions don't disappear because you're not saying them or you're not expressing them or you're not doing the things that, aren't socially accepted. They live full on in their true glory with no shame in your emotional body through your patterns. Is that a hard place to get to? Is that complicated? Is that not Is that something that's just like too abstract? It is really important to understand this because a lot of us live in reaction to stress. And the most is like, you've seen those cartoons where it's like water coming in the bottom of the boat, and Bugs Bunny or Olive Oil or Popeye, they going from one thing to one thing, and you know what I'm saying, they playing Twister. We feel like if we grow 8 hands and 5 fingers, 5 feet rather, right? Which some of us do, we just extend ourselves and we cover all of the holes. And then we say, oh my God, I can't believe I covered all the holes. It's only so long, fam, before you're not going to be able to maintain that because you're playing Twister. Your whole back is contorted. You got more appendages than you were born with. You done got credit to buy another arm, fam. Right? So the idea then is to not let the ship sink and learn how to actually subside or exist within the flow of the universe. Right? So emotions in their true forms show up in our dreams. This is where the emotional body, astral body, where the root and sacral chakra really interchange and kind of go back and forth, meaning that you might see understandings where they connect the root to the adrenal glands and then the sacral chakra to the perineum, right? But I'm going to give it to you how I understand it, but understand that also is interchangeable. And when you're referencing truth, you're not going to see it in real time unless you're triggered. You know, then your real emotions happen. So you can't trust your stasis. You can't trust your normalcy. You can't trust when things are going great. Everything is going great. When I hear everything is going great, I'll automatically flip into Olive Oil, Popeye, on the ship, in a contortionist form. All of that for a new car and fresh haircuts. I'll pass, right? So until you are able to recognize that it is I that am in a contortionist, just simply plug in the damn holes, making sure that the ship don't sink, and I'm calling that my life. Until you're able to realize that that's you, you're not going to be able to release the proper emotions. You're not going to be able to identify your emotional body because your emotional body even subsists through lifetimes. An energetic frequency. Some people come to earth with revenge on their hearts and their minds, and they want to lash out. You've seen children lash out more violently than other children and adults even, because their emotional body is acting out a truth of a suppressed emotion that is just Jimmy at work. But you don't know Jimmy's deeper, unconscious, suppressed emotions that he's not expressing when he's working the front tail line for Taco Bell, right? But for you to be a scientist, you can't imagine that a person doesn't have a pattern energy that will lead to whatever it is that they're saying as the contrary or with it. So you'll be with people and they say, hey, I'm about to start this business and make this money. And you intentionally be like, oh yeah, okay, shit, we about to get this money. Jermaine said you about to start a business. Jermaine said, oh hell yeah, that's about to be popping. But Jermaine could be also another type of person who's like, I'm about to start this business. And you looking at him like, you about to start a business. Boy, what are you talking about? You just asked me for $5 yesterday. Right? So there's a perpetual pattern that leads to overall success before it happens, right? Or destruction. But when it comes to you, the listener, you have to understand what pattern are you creating that's going to be compressed physically, because this is a malkuth. This is destiny. Like this is the everlasting beauty that whatever you tap into from the pure energetic realm and you make a pattern, it's going to manifest in a physicality. There is no mysticism. There is no psychic mumbo psychobabble, mumbo jumbo. If you tap into your pure energetic energy by connecting through the Kundalini, then from your sacral chakra, you begin to pattern this. You become it.